Welcome back. With me is Jag Singh, the CEO and co-founder of Vid, to tell us all about that company. So, Jag, let's just start with, give us an overview of what Vid is and what are you building?
Vid is a social media app that pays you. So if we look at social media, there's three categories of social media. The traditional and most prevalent one, obviously, is social media apps that are free, but then they harvest your data and hit you with ads. Recently, there's been social media apps that you pay for, then they don't collect any data on you. And we're sort of pioneering this third wave, which is social media apps that pay you.
And you are one of those that pays people, like content producers, or how does it work exactly?
So everyone gets paid every single day that they're active. So it's not just for influencers, content creators, because everyone is delivering value to these platforms.
So this is really interesting. So we've got, of course, everybody's familiar with Facebook, and we basically provide their content. They sell our data to advertisers. So how are you different than how a Facebook business model is?
Sure. All it is you are getting a piece of the pie. So we still will collect a certain amount of data. You will see ads, but you'll be remunerated for your efforts in our native token for every day that you're active. And it's all based around an impact score. Okay. So the more that you're impactful to the platform's growth, the more content you produce, the more views it gets, the more people you invite, the more you earn.
Okay, makes sense. So and you mentioned the token. So Vid has a token as an underlying currency or asset. Explain, how does that work?
Yeah, we have a native token called VI, VI. We like to say it's join today, earn tomorrow. So you can sort of download the app today and you'll be able to cash it out on Uniswap the very next day.
Okay. And so I would set up an account, I would contribute, I would get paid in the VI tokens. That's the name of the token.
Yes.
And then that would go to an account, and then I could get dollars or whatever currency I wanted.
Okay. Yep.
Very interesting. Okay. And then also you've tokenized hashtags. How does that work?
So basically it's a hashtag that you can own. Each one is represented by an ERC721 non-fungible token. And what it means is once you've bought that hashtag, anytime you post, your post will automatically be at the top of the search results for that hashtag. So imagine, for example, going into the election, if you own the hashtag Trump on Twitter, what would that be worth? You know, it'd be priceless, $10 million plus. So it's interesting. Yeah, we're selling 10 hashtags per day. We're ramping it up slowly because obviously they become more valuable to us, the company, as we grow. So we're only selling 10 a day on OpenSea, and it goes by auction and it's going well.
So if I had a very popular hashtag, every time somebody used it, I would get a little.
Yeah, you also get some sort of passive income because each like on Vid is worth 1 cent worth of VI. So you would get 1% of all the likes of anyone that posts with using your hashtag that you're on.
Interesting. Okay. And then, so what potential does Vid have to educate and maybe get people more accepting of crypto?
To me, I think Coinbase is 30 million users. I think Binance 15 million users, and those are sort of the top end numbers. When you compare that to Facebook's 2 billion plus users, and essentially we are a very similar service to say Instagram or TikTok, but we pay you to do the exact same thing. There's a very high likelihood that we will obviously bring millions of users, but be the first interaction with crypto for those users. And it's a simple way it's not asking someone to go out and buy a token and commit to something they don't really understand and learn the technology. It's just post, do your normal thing, and you earn it for free. And then you can figure out how to sell it. So that you kind of lowered the threshold because they've already received it for free. And then working out how to sell it, turn it into dollars, it's worthwhile putting them for them to put in that time and investment.
Now, are you global?
We are, yeah.
Okay.
We're growing fastest right now in India, I guess because of the TikTok ban, but our second biggest market is the US, and then the UK and Western Europe.
Now, do you have a lot of young users? Is that why
Yeah.
TikTok users? Okay.
It is, because it's vertical video, very similar to TikTok, very similar user
Ah,
experience, just you're earning for it. And yeah, large user bases, sort of Gen Z, millennials.
okay. Well, I have an 11 and a 13-year-old, so I'm gonna, and they do watch TikTok a lot, so I'm gonna tell them about you. Maybe they can make some money.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally, the future, like looking forward to 2021, what do you see for Vid?
For us, this next 18 months is really going to be about blitz scaling. We recently just started marketing and onboarding traditional influencers. Our user base is growing at around 5% daily active users a day, and that compounds very quickly. So for us, it's going to be scaling up the team, and speeding up user acquisition, spreading our reach globally.
Okay, all right, and just go to the phone and you can download the Vid app. Just look for
Yeah,
VID.
yeah, just
And
search Vid, and if you can't find it in certain countries, just search Vid, future of social media.
okay,
Available both on iOS and Android.
interesting. I'm going to check it out. So thank you so much, Jag, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.